The first question I would like you to answer is this G77 summit is taking place in a very specific scenario in the world today, marked by different challenges for any alliance. For Timor East, how much important is to be part of G77 in this point in time and in this conference?
I think the importance is how the program will benefit the humanity through strengthening bilateral and multilateral cooperations, through renewing mechanisms. If we can also analyze and come up with some ideas about arrangements for strengthening this cooperation will be very beneficial for all parties.
In your statement at the conference, you just started by thanking Cuba for the warm hospitality and all that. So what's your impressions, your assessment of Cuba's role as chair of the group of 77?
I think it's very important that Cuba chairs this group. Especially you ask why I'm thanking Cuba is because we had a very long relation with Cuba in terms of bilateral cooperation since our state building. You know that many Timorese came to study in Cuba to become doctors, and we have around 700, nearly 800 people trained in medical students in Cuba. This is very important for us to contribute for the health development programs in Timor-Leste, and this is also part. And our leaders also have very close relations with Cuban leaders, which is really very important. We see at a more global perspective on the humanity, share of values, and the cooperation to cooperation, now that South-South cooperation.
There are many challenges facing the developing world today, and you have mentioned several in your statements at the conference. Cooperation is a key factor to overcome these challenges now, in the present, and in the future. Did you agree with that?
Of course. We are living in a world of growing interconnectedness, and globalization demands all of us a very close cooperation among countries, north, south, south, south. So it's very, very important for us. And I think no country can just stand alone, because cooperation is very important, because we can share resources in terms of participation to develop the country through expertise, skills, that we can, even financial resources, very important, so that we can mutually cooperate for the development of our needs, our country's needs.
What is your assessment of China's support of the G77 all these years?
Well, I think China is a very potential country economically. And China, not only through, but China has a bilateral cooperation with many countries, and also it's developed a program, they call it One Belt and One Road, that support many countries in terms of interconnectivities. It's really very important. I think China plays a very important role.
Mr. Foreign Minister, it's been a pleasure that you've been with us.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.